Hi everybody, here I'm with my brother Cobus from South Africa, and he's just been on a mission trip and been active on the June training school, June 2018. And we're very happy to have Cobus here, and I've asked him to maybe share a little testimony on what he experienced from school, or what he experienced during the mission trip, because they had an amazing mission trip. Let's just hear what Cobus has to say.
Yeah. I think the big thing for the PTS for me was that God gives you individual attention. You are here separated from your normal life for 3 weeks, and it is tough at sometimes. It is tiring, especially the first week was very tiring for me. But yeah, God just doesn't do amazing things. He just meets you individually, meets your heart where your need is. I think one of the big things that God did for me during these 3 weeks is that, my foundations were shaken again, and this time it stood. And that was very good for me to have that, truth spoken into my heart. And it was done by God Himself. And you also, there's a lot of teachings, a lot of stuff, but you learn that the Holy Spirit is your teacher. And for me, that was very good, because the Spirit speaks to you about specific things that you need to hear in your heart. And I asked God on this trip for a specific person of peace. I really trusted Him for that, and He provided that person on the second day already. And she was just there in my whole time. And
She's just there.
Yeah,
She's just coming in.
yeah, she's taking me to the airport. So, and my mission trip ended in her house, and it was just so miraculous and so amazing, and God just provided and all the way. And I was very scared to go onto this Luke 10 mission trip. I was also frustrated because I felt I wasn't hearing from the Lord and everything. And during the trip, God just had so much mercy and compassion, and showed in a very miraculous way that I do hear His voice, and I just need to take that in faith and take in faith that I am led by the Spirit, and that starts by faith. And for me, that was just very special to learn that I do hear His voice. I have the mind of Christ. And
Beautiful, isn't it?
yeah, and it was just so amazing.
And anybody can do it.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of this mission trip, and it feels like a dream. It doesn't feel like it happened to me, but it happened. I know that. So I'm just very excited.
Yeah.
Very excited.
One thing that we learn at school is we prepare the people for what is coming ahead. And when we do a mission trip, in the mission trip, you're just there on your own. You don't have anything. And you just have to manage it now. And the beautiful thing with their story, when they went to mission trip, they just went to Zierikzee and met a person of peace. And God taught them to ask also questions concerning where to stay and where to sleep. So they slept in the car the first night, but they could have slept with somebody. But the next day they just went over to the Albert Heijn, and they prayed for a guy, and he got healed, and he took other people, and they all came in, and they were just persons of peace there at the Albert Heijn in Zierikzee. And then they went to Arnhem, and they did beautiful things there, and they found persons of peace over there. And then they went to Voorthuizen, and in the end, the beautiful thing is that we said, what if your life looks like a Luke 10 every day? How would you feel? And it's just something that it's there. It's for us. We can do it.
Yeah.
So we just want to encourage you guys to do this life, to live this life. As Cobus said, to live the life being led by the Holy Spirit. We so often see that we are being dragged away to our daily worries, if you know what I mean. And but we have to set some time aside for God, so that God can work through us. I know that there are people that are being frustrated because we think, or they think that we say that you have to go on the streets, you have to do this, you have to do that. No, you don't have to. But once you do it, you see that God is working. You see that God is asking you things, and He's showing you things. And that is such an encouragement. That is what we want everybody to experience. So guys, we just had a wonderful PTS, and we're going to say goodbye to Cobus because he's going to fly back today. And it was a privilege to be with Cobus these 3 weeks.
Fun, yeah.
And it was real fun. But if you guys want to do a PTS also, register at the PTS. You can do that in Holland, you can do that in Denmark, I think South Africa, Switzerland, Italy, Canada, Curacao. There's many schools right now. Register and be part of it. Just set some time of your life aside for God. God bless you. Bye-bye.